Now it's time for us to go across to that exclusive interview with Don E, our featured artist this week. So here we go.
Yo, this is Don E. You're listening to DJ Gloss on Sound Fusion Radio. Keep it locked.
Hello there, is that Don E?
Yeah.
Hi, how you doing? It's DJ Gloss here from Sound Fusion Radio.
Okay, cool. Well, let's do it.
Okay, no problem at all. No problem at all. So, sorry to interrupt your rest period. Obviously,
no worries.
So, how you been?
Not too bad actually. Really busy with promoting the new record and stuff. So, yeah, been good.
Yeah, well, we're. I was going to start off with sort of more recent events, if that's okay with you, and talk a little bit about Little Star and the all of the new album, and just wanted to sort of mention some of the things about Spiritual and so on. And I wondered if you could tell us a little bit more about that.
Cool.
Wonderful.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, so do you want to tell us a little bit about the inspiration for Little Star then?
Inspiration for Little Star, I kind of wanted to do a bunch of songs that was kind of paying homage to like the people that I listened to growing up, really.
Yeah.
And the people that I listened to and the type of music, the type of soul music. This album's kind of a celebration of all the different soul music that's inspired me over the years, really.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you look at Spiritual then as an example, I mean, you got Carl McIntosh Jr., Giscombe, Lee John, Noel McCoy, Omar, I mean, Paul Johnson, Rick Clark. I mean, what a collection. Yeah. I mean, that must have taken some getting together.
Yeah, it was crazy, because I kind of went to a party. Carl McIntosh had a party, actually. He had a birthday party, and we were all there sitting there having a drink and stuff. And I was like, well, we're all here, we might as well make some music. And everyone was like, yeah, let's do it. And then a couple of months went past and no one kind of came forward with anything. And I was in the process of recording my album. So I thought, well, I've got this. I spoke to Junior. I said, Junior, I'm doing this album and I'm thinking I'm doing that track. Or doing a song where we're all on it, because we all talked about doing this project. And I said, if I do this, then it will kind of sort of propel us out there, and we'll have to sort of come up with the album for the sort of collective, as it were. So I went back in and recorded Spiritual. I wrote this song Spiritual, and then I phoned up Junior and I was like, Junior, come down if you're around. And he came, he popped up, and then he said, right, I'm going to give Carl a call. And then the next week Carl was there, and I think the following week Lee John came down. Omar sent his stuff over the internet, and
wow.
And yeah, it was just crazy how it all just came together. It was like it was like magical, because all of those guys to me are like the Avengers of UK soul. They're like the superheroes of UK soul that I listened to sort of growing up. So it's amazing to sort of have them all in the studio.
Well, I remember when the promo CD turned up from Dome, and I just looked at it, and I looked at the lineup, and all the words came to my mouth, wow, and that was it, And how did you do that kind of thing? And I got straight on to my producer, and I shot her a copy of the song over, and I said, well, what do you think of this? And she said to me, it's awesome. And we've had it on rotation ever since. So
oh wow,
love it to bits.
Brilliant.
Yeah, no, we absolutely love that one to bits. But going through Little Star, and there's some I mean, they're all lovely tracks, but there's some serious gems in there. I mean, He Ain't Got My Style, I'm loving that tune. That's just love that tune.
That's one of my faves actually. I kind of when I was doing it, I was thinking of, because I remember like as a kid growing up listening to Al B. Shaw.
Oh God, yeah, yep.
Yeah, so I kind of said I wanted something that's kind of Al B. Shaw-esque, and he kind of sort of touched on the sort of Michael Jackson kind of vibe as well. So that's where that came from. That whole vibe on He Ain't Got My Style. I'm glad you like that. It's one of my favourite ones.
Yeah, I mean, I really love that one. And then the Love Has Found Its Way cover, I know that one from Trevor Waters, but love your interpretation of it. Never heard it done soul style before. Awesome. Tell us about it.
Thank you. I kind of try and, usually what you get is reggae artists always sing soul songs. They would take soul songs and do them in reggae, don't they?
Yeah, normally the other way around, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, so I've kind of got it the other way around. I take the reggae song and make it soul.
Yeah, it works. It just works so well. You know, there was
Thanks.
some staff in the studio, and I had it playing in the studio, and one of the ladies said, "Oh, I really like that." She said, "What is it?" I said, "Well, you probably know the original tune." I said, and I sung it to her sort of reggae style, and she said, "Oh yeah," she said, "I can get it now." She said, "But it's got such a unique feel to it. You know, it's got a character of its own, Donny. It really has. You know,
Thank you.
I love that. And Little Star, great tune. You know, Slave to the Rhythm. The whole album is just amazing. But there's so much difference, you know, in style there. You know, you go in sort of dance track, ballad. You know, it's not an album of all the same kind of style, if you know what I mean. There's lots of variation.
Yeah, I kind of like I've always sort of tried to make sort of soul or R&B albums that aren't like your regular kind of, because most of them you buy, you kind of know what this next song's going to be like, and they just kind of all sound a bit generic. Where I like to sort of, there's loads of sides of soul for me, so I get moments where I'm, you know, feeling Earth, Wind and Fire-ish. There's other moments like, so Little Star is kind of, I guess, a little Earth, Wind and Fire-esque. And then there's the old Incompatible, where I've gone more like sort of sign of the times, Princey.
Yes.
Kind of, yeah. Do you know what I mean? Because there's loads of sides. Yeah, there's loads of sides of song. And there's like the sort of Louis Vega, does it work vibe with It Just Don't Stop. So, you know, I'm trying to sort of, you know, I like music, so I don't like everything to be quite sort of. If you put my record on, I want it to be different from everybody else's, but it's still soulful, you know.
It is definitely, you know, right the way through. Good, Incompatible, Home, BS. I mean, I'm just loving the whole lot, really. And you know, we will be spinning your tunes. I got the album from Dome last week. We'd already been playing Spiritual, and that, you know, seriously enjoying that. Our listeners seriously enjoying that too. And you know, as from and next week, we're going to have more of your tunes on rotation leading up to your feature. And you know,
that was brilliant.
We can't wait for that. So that's really good. Do you mind? I mean, obviously, I don't want to take up loads of time because I know you're on a rest period. But do you mind if I ask you a few more questions?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to ask you, sort of going back in time, I read about the fact that being given a homemade guitar at the age of 5 was kind of what started you off. Is that factually correct?
Yeah, I'd say that was one of the sort of times that I kind of that sort of pops into my head. But when I really think about my earliest remembrances of kind of waking up in church kind of one day in front of, you know, a choir. There's a choir in front of me, there's a band playing, and my mum said I used to sit in front of the drummer every Sunday. I didn't want to go. I didn't want to sit anywhere else. I just wanted to sit in front of the drummer and watch the drummer.
That's
what I used to. Yeah, they said that's what I used to do, and that was probably before I was 5. But at 5, Dad brought home, because he's quite sort of, I don't know, Mr. Fix-It, jack of all trades kind of thing. So he kind of brought this guitar, you know, the back of it home one week, and then we varnished that, and then he got the neck in, and he bought the strings, and I learned to play it. You know what I mean? And, we didn't have TV. I didn't have television until I was 10, so we kind of spent the sort of TV.
Don't see that as a bad thing. I really don't see that as a bad thing at all.
Yeah,
you know?
we had all that TV at the time. I used to think it was really bad. At school, all the kids were like watching stuff, and I couldn't relate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I could tell them what chords were in sort of, isn't she lovely though, or something. So I mean, it's kind of weird.
Brilliant, because your father was a pastor, wasn't he? I read that right.
Yeah, he still is. Yeah, he still is. Yeah. Kind of a preacher man. Yeah.
There you go. That's a good thing. There you And so, can you remember what your first public performance was?
Gosh, my first public performance. Well, I was, as Donny or just in general?
Well, yeah, not just you on your own as Donny, but, just maybe, I don't know, as a small child, your first sort of exposure to an
God.
audience.
My first public performance was in my garden when I was about 7. Me and the next door neighbour, the kids, we had a band, and I made a drum kit out of they were like sort of paraffin containers, these sort of buckets.
Brilliant.
You flip some buckets upside down, and there was like at the time when we were kids, we had this Action Man walkie-talkie, and we used that as the mic. That was the mic. I remember we did this gig in the garden, and we invited our parents. So I must have been about 7, 8 or something.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah, that was our first gig in the garden. It was a really hot summer, I remember that. In the 70s, really hot summer.
Wow, would that have been 76? I remember 76 was seriously hot.
Yeah, around that time there, one of those times it was like that.
Yeah, that was the heat
wave. That was my first public. Yeah, I'll say that was my first public performance. But there might have been some. And after I joined the steel band, and we started doing sort of shows around London, and also we went abroad as well. I was touring when I was 12. I went on my first tour when I was 12, so I kind of had a bug from then. I was like, oh, Mama, you get to travel. Music takes you all over the world. I'm like, I'm going to have some of this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the earliest stuff that I had on you was about 19 years old. So if you were touring, wow, that's brilliant. You know, it's amazing how much you find out more when you talk to someone than you can read about them, if you know what I mean. But
yeah, of course, yeah.
Because you were signed up originally with Island Records, wasn't it? Your first
record
label?
That's right, the 4 from Broadway,
Yeah.
4 from Broadway, 1992,
Yeah.
We had the Love Makes the World Go Round and the Unbreakable album. I was just a kid. I was like, when I look back, I was like Tinchy Strider.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was, because he's like 22. I was looking at him and I was thinking, gosh, this guy's 21, 22. You know, everything's happening, you know what I mean? You just think it's not going to end, that sort of thing. I was like, wow, I was like that. And I had a few problems with management and stuff that kind of slowed things down. I had to disappear for like 7 years and wait for the record company, the people that worked in the record industry to change, to die out, basically. You lose their jobs because they always go. So I had to wait for a whole new generation to come in there.
Yeah, because you joined Dome in 2005, wasn't it?
That was
you've been with them for a long time. I mean, you know, as far as record labels go, so you're obviously comfortable and at home there, which is great, you know. And
yeah, I do. I mean, as far as you know, I got older, obviously, and the music industry changed, and you know, they're more signing sort of younger cats like I was when I was like, you know, 21, 22. So Dome was always sort of championing the soul music. Them, I think, the Dome and Expansion.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just happened to. Pete's always kind of been in like sort of around, because my cousin's Beverly Knight, and she was signed to Pete.
Yeah.
Back in the day, so I knew of Pete from back in the day, and then I was doing a track for Avani. He had an artist called Avani.
Yeah.
And he came down and said he wants to get Carl McIntosh and Rashawn Patterson on this song.
Wow.
Or it was a Carl. In fact, it was a loose end song. That's what it was. And he wanted Rashawn Patterson. So he came down and he was listening to it. And he said, "So what are you doing, Donny?" And I was like, "Well, I'm always writing songs." So I had a bunch that I was sort of putting together as an album. So I played him that, and he was like, "Oh, I like this," and which became Try This. Became a Try This album, and we did like a sort of 2-album deal. So we had Natural as well.
Yeah.
And then I kind of sort of had a hiatus. I was in a long relationship, and that went piercing. I also went on tour with Grace Jones as well.
Great. Did you? Wow, because I didn't have any reference.
Well, I've been playing. Yeah, I've been touring. I've been playing with Grace Jones for the last 7, 8 years.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lady that doesn't look like you want to be messing her about too much.
Yeah, she's amazing Grace, we call her. She's serious.
Yeah. she definitely looks serious, that's for sure. But
yeah,
wow,
serious.
what a voice. Yeah, brilliant. Oh wow! So going back to you know, sort of more back in the day, who were your idols then? You know, you mentioned some of them earlier, I think, but who were your idols when you were a kid? Who sort of were your inspirations?
When I was a kid, my inspirations when I was a kid, I loved Stevie Wonder. I love Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Marvin Gaye, Al Green. I used to have this thing about Elvis as well. Elvis was the king of rock and roll. I used to think, who's this guy Elvis?
Yeah.
I used to check out Elvis a lot as well. Like, okay.
Well, you couldn't really miss him, could you? Back in
you couldn't really miss him. Yeah, you had to sort of take it in, man, and see what. So there was like that. There was Darryl Hall and John Oates. I used to love them. Billy Joel.
Yeah.
Gosh, I used to love that stuff as well. Dr. Hook. I mean, David Bowie, Bob Marley, Sugar Minott, Dennis Brown. All the good stuff from the 70s, man. That was me. I was a 70s baby. So.
No, well, that sounds great to me. I mean, I can relate to all of that stuff because
I'm also I'm a hip hop baby as well. So I kind of love, my Run DMC and my Tribe Called Quest and my Public Enemy and Biggie. I love Biggie Smalls and I do the whole rap thing as well. In my car, I listen to a lot of rap, more rap than singing actually.
Wow, that's good. Yeah, you do the soul singing yourself wonderfully. So I guess a little bit of variation on what you listen to.
Thank you. Yeah.
And I guess when you do that, it's an inspiration thing, isn't it? You can get inspiration from another genre that you can bring into your own, and
Yeah, definitely.
I think
I've got some ideas. Yeah, I've got some ideas for like the next project and stuff because I've always like before we talked about I take reggae songs and make them soul.
Brilliant.
So the next album, I've got some other ideas where I'm like probably going to do like a Phil Collins song or something and flip that around. You know what I mean? I'm like that.
That'd be brilliant, actually. Yeah.
So I've got something in mind for the next thing. So watch out.
Excellent. So you're already working on that one then? That's the next project then.
Well, you know what? We had so many songs to choose from to do this album that there's another album there. If everything went pear-shaped with Little Star, I know I've got another one sitting right there, kind of, needs a few, touching up, top and tail in, and then we'll be sorted.
Well, that's quite surprising, Donny, because you've got 14 tracks on this album, and you've got enough for another album. I mean, not many artists put 14 tracks on an album nowadays, and you've got another one after this. I mean, I think that's brilliant.
Yeah, I love music, man. I love to write, and there's so much songs. And if I could have put 16, I would have put 16. But Pete said no. He's like, no, it's way too long there. The attention span all done. I was like, oh man, there's so much I want them to hear. But there's so much I want them to hear though, because I've really been trying to sort of put myself on the map. You know what I mean? Because it's like I've kind of sort of been an unsung hero kind of. Yeah. Omar's been out there, everybody knows Omar, and I'm like, man, I'm still there doing this thing, man. I want people to know, man.
Well, that's great. We're certainly playing there, and if the next album's like this one, we'll definitely be playing that as well. No problem whatsoever. Just
thank you.
Loving it. So have you got any sort of gigs coming up, or anything that people can come and see you at?
I've got, what have I got going? I've got this weekend. The 27th, I've got Soul Calibre at the Coronet. That's me, Omar, Carl McIntosh, Noel McCoy, Pauline Henry, a bunch of comedians, and a couple of other singers involved in that as well.
Yeah, that's at the Coronet, Elephant and Castle, yeah?
That's the Coronet, Elephant Castle, yeah. And then on the 25th bank holiday, Sunday, I'm at We Love Soul in Vauxhall.
Yeah, know it well, Club Hidden, yeah.
Yeah, Hidden. So I'll be doing a few tracks actually from the Little Star album that night. And
well,
I think
we'll try and be there and watch you.
Yeah, and after that, September the 1st, I'm at the Tabernacle in Laverick Grove doing something there. I think 3 or 4 songs down there that Sunday night,
nice.
September the 1st. I think then the 14th is the album launch, so we're going to give it 6 weeks to run. So album launch is at Jazz Cafe on the 14th of September. And then there's loads of little bits and pieces dotted around because I've got a track with Rick Clark as well. We've got a duet with a song called One Dance that we're trying to stick out there as well. So I'm going to be doing just shows dotted around that as well. So, yeah, a lot of promotion going on for the next year.
No, that's brilliant because getting out the doors, what it's all about, isn't it? Getting in front of people, and well, we'll try and get Sound Fusion Radio. Try and get along to the We Love Soul gig. We've got an all day the day after, but we'll try and get along to but we'll try and get along to. I like going to We Love Soul. I mean that's a good night.
Yeah,
say, we'll try and get
good,
along,
man.
say hello to you there. That'd be great. That'd be really good.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, do that.
That'd be good. So, how are we doing for time? Are you okay? Shall I let you get back to your rest, or it's entirely up to you?
I've got to get up, and I've got to get to. How many more questions have you got?
Well, I mean, I can cut it down to one, or I can. I was going to ask you if you could just
do a couple more.
I was going to say if you could do us a quick drop. That would be really nice to go with your feature. If you can say it right now if you want. I've got the recorder on, so I don't know, something like. This is Donny, and I listen to Sound Fusion Radio with DJ Gloss or something like that. Would be wonderful.
DJ who?
DJ Gloss.
Gloss, okay.
Or just Glossy, people call me. So that's fine, no problem.
All right, so, this is Donny E. You're listening to DJ Gloss on Sound Fusion Radio. Keep it locked.
That's perfect. Thank you very much. It's just nice to have a drop around your feature. We can put it in, put your voice in. So that's brilliant.
Cool.
So
cool.
That's great. So,
cool.
With all this promotion going on and so on, and getting yourself out there, we're obviously looking for a bigger profile with Donny going forward, and
right.
So how do you see that progressing? I mean, just with more releases and more public appearances. What do you think will be?
I'm just going to try and sort of keep the music coming a little bit more fluent than it has, so it's not been so so it's not so stagnated. I mean, I think it was like maybe 8 years. 7 maybe since the lock. It's natural, maybe, I think. So I'm hopefully in 2 years I'll have another one out there. I've got loads of songs that I'm trying to sort of just let the public hear and build a profile and a lot more shows and just generally keep it going. We're also going to have the Collective are doing an album as well. So all the guys that are on Spiritual, we're going to be doing a record together. So that's going to be another album on its own.
I'll be looking out for that one for sure.
Called the Collective. So. And there'll be some shows, and we were looking at doing the O2 and stuff. America's pretty interested in it as well, so so there's going to be some things happening. Trying to bring back UK soul, man, keep soul alive, man. And for me, it was just like letting this new generation know about like the history of who was before Omar, let's say. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I do a soul breakfast show every single day of the week, so
right.
we keeping the soul very much alive here on Sound Fusion Radio.
We have to, man. We have to.
Well, it's wonderful music. We go to all dayers and weekenders, and just about anything with soul written on it that we can possibly get to, because for us it's all about the love of it. Guys like you. Seeing guys like you and listening to your music,
that's brilliant. That there's an audience out there that wants to hear the music. It's just that the way the labels are at the moment, they're not they're not signing that sort of stuff. So it's down to us to kind of keep pushing the vibe and keeping us out there. You know what I mean? 'Cause there's not many of us left. It's like me and Omar and Noel McCoy. Kind of been quite active that way there. But now Junior's got a new project out, and Carl McIntosh is working on the new stuff. So it's just
But...
And I've been to so many of those shows where they bring they've had all the Americans over, and they do like Legends of Soul, where they've got American ones, or they do the '90s, and it's always American, or they've got the reggae legends, and I was like, no one's ever putting on when am I going to see Lee John and Junior on the same bill? Because to me that's a good night out, man. Imagination and Mama Used to Say on the same night, and Omar as well. Can you imagine? So I thought
the last time we saw anything like that was Brit Funk, which was 2010. I mean, that was 3 years ago. It's about time
we need something.
Yeah, I mean the O2, the Indigo. What a great venue for something like that. You know, five
it'd be brilliant.
Five guys like your list there. You know, 5 of those guys there on stage. Wow, what a night. You know.
It's a no-brainer, isn't it? It's a no-brainer. Yeah, it's a no-brainer. I was like, how come? Why are promoters doing it? So I thought if we do a song, then everyone will start pricking up their ears and think, oh, this actually could work. Do you know what I mean? It's been sitting there in front of us for years, but no one's actually done it. I remember sort of sitting there listening to Spiritual afterwards, thinking, wow, man, this is like no one's done this before. This is a one-off.
And
you know what I mean? So.
You could so sell it, you know. Everybody that loves the genre would buy a ticket. You know, it was like Brit Funk. You know, they were falling out the door. You know, with the lineup that they had there on that night. You know, this in a soul sort of in a sort of more soul side of things. I mean, wow. I mean, that's what we don't do. As a final thing, sorry, go on.
So now I remember I was a bit gutted that they didn't invite me to that Brick Funk thing. I thought, gosh, man, I'm not on that Brick Funk thing. I thought, God, I'm sure I'm part of this thing. But anyway, we're going to create something in a couple of years.
Brilliant. We'll be there with you. No worries at all.
There it is.
I'm buying my ticket already. So there we go. Just as a final thing then, Donny, thank you so much for your time, and we've
no worries,
really appreciate it. And is there anything you want to say to our listeners before you go? Please feel free to do so now.
I'd just tell them, man, thanks for the support. I wouldn't be able to do it without any of the listeners, you know what I mean, and the people supporting and buying the music. So I'll try and get down to the show. There's going to be a lot more from Donny. So yeah, keep watching this space. Go get the album Monday, 29th July.
We'll be plugging it. Don't you worry about that.
Thank you, man.
No problem at all. Donny, thank you so much for your time. And
no worries, man.
Seriously looking forward to it. It'll be a week-long feature that we do with you, and seriously looking forward to bringing your tunes in. And we'll send you mini casts of everything we do, and of course the interview.
Yeah, because I'd like to check out what you're doing, man. So just send the link over to Pete and Santosh, and I'll take it in.
Never a problem.
Great.
Always a pleasure.
All right, DJ Gloss.
You take care.
Man. Take care, bro.
Yeah, you take care. Cheers. Thanks a lot.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. And there you go, the exclusive interview there with Don E. I just want to say thank you very much to Don E for that. That was lovely. Great to talk to him. The album Little Star is out. It was out on the 29th of July, so it's already there. You can go find it by using the tweets that we send, because there is a payload link in there which should take you straight to iTunes. Or if you've got your iTunes open, just put Little Star and Don-E in the search box. It'll take you straight to the album. Fantastic 14 tracks on that album, and makes it very, very worthwhile. Add it to your collection. Fantastic pieces of tunage, from ballads right the way through to dance tunes, and there are some wonderful remixes on Spiritual as well, so make sure you check all of that out.
Yo, this is Don E. You're listening to DJ Gloss on Sound Fusion Radio. Keep it locked.
Glossy. This is Sound Fusion Radio with DJ Gloss.